Here's a quote that I came across. It's a German proverb. It's from the German Proverbs, and it says, "Music can humble the proud, revive the distressed, and wake the dead." What caught my attention is how it was able to capture the power of music and music's ability to stir up our emotions and impact our mental state. And what I mean by that is the same force that can revive or lift us up can also be a source of distress and disturbance. And if you've been following me along this journey, you know that I've been talking about noise pollution and the impact that it has on our mental health and our emotional well-being. And now music plays a part in that. It's like with anything, it's the excessive exposure to it. It's the excessive exposure to noise. And I've been saying week after week that noise pollution is unwanted sound. That includes music. If it's in excess, there's an excessive amount of it, if it's at an unhealthy level, it's going to affect us. So today we will dive into this duality. It's the contrasting effects of music as both a potential source of noise pollution and a therapeutic aid for our mental well-being. It's also subjective. I mentioned this in many episodes back about music being subjective based on the person, because everyone hears differently and we all like different types of music. And depending on where we are in our lives, in the journey in our lives, music affects us in different ways, and we look for different things in music. Younger people may be more into hip hop or heavy metal music or rock and roll, while as we get older, our ears hear differently, and what they like, what that person likes who listen to that, they may need that to be energized. It energizes them in some way, it gets them going, gets their heart pumping, the blood flowing. While another person who likes jazz music or classical music won't receive the same therapy from heavy metal or hip hop in some way, and vice versa. I remember when I was growing up, I had exposure to R&B, soul music, and early hip hop. It was called rap music then. So in that time frame I grew up, but I also grew up around blues music. And I would always see that or hear someone that's going through a tough time in life, or if they've had a bad day or a breakup in their relationship in some way, they turn to the blues. But some people, after you've had a hard day of work, if you've had a rough day, some people say, they may just choose to come home and unwind with candles, a bubble bath, kick back, and listen to classical music. Different people have different ways to release stress, and we all use music differently. We all use it in a way to help us feel a certain way, because it increases our mood, or at the same time it also decreases our mood. Music can also improve our focus and our concentration, which is probably why music is so popular now in the office place. Most of the time when you're listening to music in an office, or if it's music that's playing over the office speakers, it's something really chilled out, relaxing music. Not too much to disturb people or affect their concentration. It's there to help preserve a specific work environment, a specific vibe around the office, if so to speak. A lot of music is, and I say therapeutic because it's becoming more and more popular now in the field of music therapy. It's increasingly being used in various healthcare settings now. But it's important for us to know that different genres and styles of music do have varying effects on us in general, or just individuals. Because like I mentioned before, we all hear differently and we have different taste in music. What one person finds soothing, another person may find irritating. Or what one person finds irritating, another person may not be able to get enough of it. It's just personal preferences. Well, personal preferences and cultural factors, they also play a role in determining the type of music that resonates most with individuals. It's like with anything, it's about finding that balance. While music can definitely enrich our lives and promote mental well-being, how do we strike the balance? So I believe that, and it's just my personal opinion, and I've been talking about using headphones and noise canceling devices for many weeks now. And I still stand by that. Those are just easy go-tos. Those are easy fixes. And also, if you're in a community that has noise regulations to specify noise limits or designated quiet hours, those things help. And I mentioned the headphones in the earbuds. They've become popular, but also dangerous because it forces people to crank up the sound, to crank up the volume. And now you have that little device directly inside of your ear, and a lot of people are cranking up the volume now. I believe that I mentioned this on an episode maybe a couple of months ago, that I saw someone mowing their lawn and he was wearing earbuds. Not the protective headphones, but earbuds. And I said to myself when I saw him, I know that he had to turn up the volume louder. So he's not using it as a ear protector or noise reduction. He's using it to listen to music. If you're listening to music, you're going to be forced to turn it up because the lawnmower is going to drown it out. Now you have that sound of the lawnmower, that noise, which is already dangerous to our ears. And you have a device that's stuck inside of your ear, and the volume is turned up. That's not good. It causes hearing damage and hearing loss. I've been speaking about being aware for a while, but we have to be aware of the volume levels and the duration of the music that we're listening to and how long it is. For this episode, I know this is a shorter episode, but if you can take away something, I want you to take away the impact of music and understand that music has a dual role in our lives. It can be a source of noise pollution that impacts or negatively impacts our mental health, but it can also serve as a powerful therapeutic tool for managing stress, improving our moods, and promoting overall mental wellness. We just have to find that balance. The music is subjective. It's whatever you like, what works for you. But the important part about that is it's the levels of the music, how loud it is, and how long, the length of time for that loudness. How long do you allow loud music to play inside of your ears? That helps determine whether it's helpful or harmful. Yeah, blues is okay. R&B music is okay. Talks a lot about relationships and breakups. That's okay. Hip hop music is fine. Rock and roll is fine. Pop music is just fine. You can always find something about any genre of music that helps you, that helps set your mood or improve your mood, whether you need to be more energized, whether you need to wake up, or whether you need to chill out, de-stress. A lot of people use upbeat music for working out. Helps them stay motivated. It keeps their blood flowing. But whatever you listen to, whatever you do, just be mindful of that balance between loudness and duration. Just find that balance. Thanks for listening. We'll see you on the next episode.